have a story. Hi guys, my name is Emma and welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a spring 2020 graduate of The Ohio State University. And if people who want to pick at me for that, yes, the legal name is The Ohio State University. So I did something really crazy after I graduated from college. I moved to New York City during a pandemic. I want to explain why I did it. So I felt like my life was really stagnant. I went to community college for a year and a half, and then I went to Ohio State for a full 4 years, which I wasn't planning on doing. And I just needed a massive change in my life. And that was something I was actually looking for before the world kind of exploded. And before all of this hit, I was a full-time student. I was working full-time at a cancer hospital. I had a part-time job bartending. I had a scholarship program I was dedicating like 10 hours a week to. So I was just really overworked. I was looking for a massive change in my life. And before everything hit, I was looking for new opportunities to get out of Ohio so that I could, move on to the next phase of life. And with this, I actually even applied to grad schools. I actually wound up getting into 2 grad schools in England, which I was like fully planning on, like, okay, that's it, I got in, I'm moving to London. And then when everything kind of started to hit the fan in March, I actually wound up putting in a deferral for a year. I feel like things really took a turn for me when I was on my final spring break in March. I actually went to Europe for my final spring break, really spoil myself. And I went to England for 5 days, and then I went to Ireland for 2. And I was actually in Dublin, Ireland when I got a phone call at 2 in the morning from my dad saying that you need to get on a plane right now. Trump shut down the border. And I was like, what on earth is going on? And fortunately, I did get home 2 days later like I planned to, but I had to go through US Customs in Canada. And there was all this crazy extra screening, and I was like, oh my goodness. And back when I was in Ireland, I was watching the United States like fall apart from overseas. I was like, what's gonna happen when I get back? The shelves were raided, everything was crazy. I had to go home, I had to fill my fridge, I had to buy toilet paper. It was a catastrophe. The rest of the semester happened. Initially, everything was supposed to just be, online until March, and then it wound up being the entire semester, and everything got canceled. And I was just really down and really distraught. I was like, I hate this. I just want to be done. This is terrible. And I got this opportunity because I found out my sister had gotten into a university in New York City. I was telling her like, hey, since I found out you were applying to this one, I was joking with Dad that if you got in, then I would just come with you, be your roommate, since it was going to be relatively perfect timing. And she told me, do it. And I was like, wait, are you serious? And she's like, yes, do it. And I responded, okay. And with like 5 lines of text, I changed my entire life. Now granted, there was about a 3-month preparation period that had to be done. I didn't just pack all of my bags and we left, that following Saturday. I had to finish the summer. I finished working and I sold most of my things, and I packed up a truck and I drove to Manhattan, which is where I am now. I was like, when I was initially applying for jobs, I was like, oh, New York would be cool. I'm like, but no, I can't go to New York. It's way too expensive. That's insane. Why would I go to New York? But now here I am. So essentially, like I had a lot of opportunities that I was really excited for, and unfortunately, those things just kind of vanished. So I know I'm not in this alone. Everyone is really struggling right now, but I also realized that there was no perfect time to ever make certain decisions. Obviously, some times are better than others. This might not have been great, but it's like, I'm young, I'm in my mid-20s. Like, this is the time to do something as crazy as this. And I realized, like, it's probably more crazy than others. I did it, and so far I've been really happy with the change. I'm still on the job hunt. I started looking 3 months before I got here, and at my time of talking to you guys, I'm still looking. I'm waiting on a yes or no from a place, so hopefully I get good news here within the next week. I'll be able to start really feeling like I'm contributing to the world around me. I also really felt that while I was still waiting to graduate, because I had seen so many people, move away from college and start their lives, and they were doing these fun, exciting things. Unfortunately, social media was also kind of a problem because I was watching the sugar-coated version of people's lives, but seeing people moving to New York and Chicago and LA, and they were all having this amazing, great time. I wanted that too. I'm tired of being in Ohio. Columbus was great. I don't want to make it sound like it was horrible. I had an amazing time. I have made so many friends. Being there for 4 years and going to OSU was amazing. It was 4 of the best years of my life. But you also get to a point where you need to change. Things are different. You're older and you need that shift. And I realized that it was okay. Even when I left Ohio, after I packed up the truck, I just kind of bawled, realizing that I was making this really big change. You go to school, kindergarten to high school, and then for those of us that go to college, maybe you pack up and move to college, and that was kind of a big scary thing. And once I was comfortable in that situation, I went to undergrad for 6 years, which I still beat myself up over, but I'm realizing, more and more it's becoming normal to, not finish within the designated 4-year college. But like, this was the next big move into adulthood, was like really packing myself up, going somewhere new, hopefully soon being employed. That's it. I mean, I got a lot of people, when I told them, gave me weird looks. Some people were jealous that I was doing this, which I understand why I got, mixed results, especially with, everything that's going on in New York. So I know this was a really risky decision, and I've accepted all of the risks. Fortunately, I've been healthy, and I wear a mask everywhere. Everyone is really good about wearing them to help protect everybody. There's never truly a perfect time to do anything, and I might not have timed this super well, but it's something that I feel for my own mental health I needed, and I'm really grateful that I did it. I still have a long way to go, a lot still to adjust to, and I'm building my new life here in the Big Apple in New York City. I have a lot more to learn, a lot more to see, but I'm really excited for all of the adventures that are going to be coming my way. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to hear those of you that have been here, that live in New York, have been to New York, if you have any suggestions for things that I could see or do, or suggestions for other people that are contemplating coming to New York during this time, or even once this pandemic starts to subside. There actually are tourists here. I've seen them in like Times Square walking around and things like that. So, help people out who are trying to be here. Post those in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'm also just curious, did anyone else make this crazy decision like I did? Did anyone else move to New York during the pandemic, despite the fact people, thought it might not have been the best move? Really curious to see if I'm the only one or not. I know I'm not, but it would be cool to hear about other people's adventures. Go ahead and put that down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.